Right, okay. So the first thing that we want to do, want to create a new project. I'm going to call this my first GUI app. Yeah? This is going to be groovy. Okay, so we need groovy down here. Oi. My first GUI app. And GUI stands for graphical user interface. Okay, create that. Okay, share project on GitHub. My first GUI app. Your account should already be set up, okay? So you can do that. And then, when you've done that, head over to GitHub, and you will need to make your project public, okay? If you're not sure how to do that, you can ask Google, okay? But once we've shared it, then you need to make it public so that I can then see it. Right. Okay, so we've got some folders over here. Now we're interested in this one, in this source folder. So we're going to right click. Okay, so right click, new, Swing UI Designer, GUI form. Okay, I'm going to call this menu form. Okay, it needs to be one word. Okay, leave this as grid layout. Okay, resize this. And let's make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so we have a form and we have a J panel. Let's give this J panel, we need to give this panel a name. Okay, so I'm going to call this main panel. Okay, now, I really want this. I really want this light. It's easier to see. Okay. All right, so over here, horizontal spacer, vertical spacer, panel, scroll pane, button, radio button, checkbox, label, text field, password field, formatted text field, combo box. Okay, some of these we're going to start using today. Okay, so we've got an empty form like this. Let's go ahead and let's add some buttons. Okay, button 1 there goes right in the middle. I'm going to rename this. Button, let me change my keyboard. Button underscore 1. And this button, I'm going to call it button 1. Let's have button 2 down here. Rename it. Button underscore 2. And here, button 2. Another button. Button underscore 3. Button 3. Button underscore 4. Button 4. And the last one. This is going to say exit, and it's going to be called button underscore exit. Okay, good. So far, so good. So we've got main panel, button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, button exit. Yeah. Up here we've got .form, up here we've got .java. Okay, this is empty. We can't even run it at the moment. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's have a label up here. Welcome. Okay, and let's make this nice and big. Let's change the size. And if you want, we can change the font as well. Okay, there we go. All right, now we still can't run it. So what's next? So let's go to the .java. I prefer these on the same line so that I can see the indentation. Now, we need a constructor. Public menu form, and this name here matches this name here. Let me make these fonts a little bit bigger. Okay, so make this a little bit bigger. Right, so we need a constructor. Now, a constructor is what we need, is what builds the form. So, open and close that. Curly brackets, set content pane, open brackets, and we're going to set the content pane to this name here. Now, this is red, and I forgot a semicolon. Set title. Hello, that's fine. Set default close operation. And this is going to be exit on close. Let's set the size 300, 300. Set location relative to. This can just be null. Don't worry about that. And lastly, set visible. And we want to set visible to true. Yeah. Now, these are still in red. Okay, that's fine. And we still can't run it, but this is our constructor. All programs need a starting point. Public static void main string square brackets args. All programs have this, yeah? And this is our entry point. This is our entry point into the program. And what we're going to do here, we're just going to call new menu form, open, close, semicolon. Okay, good. Right, now we still can't run these, and these are still in red. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's fix that. We can run it. Cannot find method. Okay, right, so we've got loads of problems, cannot find symbol. So to fix that, we go up here, extends JFrame. Okay, so we must have up here, right at the top, up on line 3, public class, menu form, extends JFrame. And now we can see that these are not red. We can run it. Okay, good. We've got a GUI, button 1, button 2, 3, 4, and exit. Yeah. At the moment, these buttons don't do anything. Let's go ahead. Let's fix that. So back over here to the form. Let's do the exit one first, because that's nice and easy. Right click, create listener, and we want an action listener. Okay, fine. Again, I like my curly brackets down here, then I can see that they're in a line. So what are we doing here? We're doing system.exit, and we want to exit with a code 0, or status 0, yeah? Let's have a comment. Close the application. Good, let's run that. Okay, does nothing, does nothing, does nothing. Exit, okay, good, exits with code 0. And code 0 means successfully exited. All right, good, let's go ahead. Button 1, create a listener, create an action listener. Okay, let's have all of these listeners. Create listener, action listener, okay. Button 3, create listener, action listener, okay. And the last one, button 4, create listener, action listener, okay. Right. Let's have a few carriage returns. And again, I'm going to fix my curly brackets. More helpful like this. I can see that they marry. Now in here we just want a simple message box. Okay, so J option pane dot show message dialog null, and here simple message. What button is this? Button 1. You pressed button 1, and let's have a smiley face. Run that. Okay, very good. You press button 1. Okay, these don't do anything, and this one exits. Okay, good. Now, just going to copy this. Into here, into here, into here. You pressed button 4, button 3, button 2, button 1. Okay, run that. Okay, you press button 1, press button 2, button 3, button 4, and exit. Okay, very nice. I don't like why this is so small, actually. Why is that? Anyway, I would like this indented a little bit. So I'm going to have a horizontal spacer. Yeah, that's not what I want. And what I really dislike is that you can't easily resize. Okay, so I'm going to undo that. I just want a bit of a boundary here. Horizontal spacer is what I want. Meh. Maybe if I have another one here. Okay, yeah, happy with that. We can't run it from the form. We need to be in the Java. So let's run that. Okay, a little bit better, I guess. Yeah, button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, exit. Okay, that'll do. Have fun with that.